Hey YouTube. Well, it's Wednesday. I think the second Wednesday in March. Excuse me. I wanted to do some cutting today, but we had 8 inches of snow. It's beautiful, but I'm not going to be cutting because I'd have to do a bunch of shoveling. And I've already done, excuse me again, I've already done a bunch of shoveling, and I'm not going to do any more today. So, I'm just showing you the weather a little bit. Snow that's light and fluffy like this stuff was, or is a delight. I hate those ice storms that we had last week. They were crazier 2 weeks ago. So I had the plow truck running today, and truck runs good. That frame that I put under it is really good, but looks like we had another inch or so, about an inch more of snow after I plowed, because when I plowed everything was down to the ground, but now it's not. It is nice here in the winter. So you can see how the snow's messed stuff up over there. The whole kiln is covered. The sawmill is pretty much covered. But tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 40s, which sounds crazy, but that's what I saw in the weather map. And if it does, then a lot of this will be gone. It's supposed to be sunny and warm. We'll see. Well, this morning when I went out to plow, there was 8 inches of snow. Now that I'm shoveling for the second time, it looks like there's another 2 inches. So altogether that would be 10 inches that we got here. Now you can see on the roof and stuff it doesn't look like that because it was warm today. It's even warm now. I believe it might be close to 32. But if it warms up tomorrow, this should go pretty quick. Usually when I plow, I just push the driveway snow over here in front of this coal bin, and then what happens is I can pretty much move it with the backhoe. Then I just scoop it up and throw it in the woods somewhere. But for right now, I'm just trying to get rid of it quickly. Once I get this driveway down here, then I'll go ahead and go up the road a little bit. And the crazy thing is, even a mile from the house here, I was plowing some snow for someone else today, and I noticed that they didn't have quite as much snow as what we had here. It's crazy. But it is what it is. I usually plow wherever I take the dog. This way here it's not so hard to get around. actually pushing the snow to the right of the truck, even though I'm on the left-hand side of the road, because that's my neighbor's property over there, so I'm pushing it onto mine because I can't really go any wider on his side here because of the trees and the brush. So it makes it a little bit easier for me to just push it out of my way if I push it onto my own property. And then that way I don't have to worry about blocking his driveway for him. Sometimes I do it the other way. It all depends on how much snow we have. This stuff is soft, so it's not hard to move. But boy, oh boy, last 2 weeks ago we had twice we had ice that was 3 or 4 inches thick in between the layers of snow. You couldn't move it with the truck here. I had to use the backhoe to be able to, the loaded part of the backhoe to be able to use it to move the snow. I did plow this morning. I took 8 inches of snow off of here. I don't remember if I had showed the video or not, but when I rebuilt the frame on this truck, I also did the rear end. I put a rear end in there that drives both tires, like a Podgy traction rear on a Chevy Podgy traction that they used to have, and it works pretty good. I've been surprised. I've been stuck one time with this truck in all the years I've plowed, and that was mainly because I got into a small ditch that I couldn't, the plow frame was hitting the dirt and I couldn't get out of it. But other than that, it's about the worst thing that's ever happened to me with this truck since I fixed it. The gas well guys put up these white barricade things here, these stakes, to keep the trucks from driving on my grass. And they also put blacktop here. It's not, well, I shouldn't even say blacktop, oil and chips. The good thing about it is the chips don't really come off too easily, so I don't get a lot of stone in my grass. Now sometimes I do if the truck that does the plowing is moving pretty lively, but normally I don't. I just want to plow this snow down all the way down to where I take the dog, so I don't have to worry about turning the four-wheeler around down there. It is beautiful here though, I'll tell you that. A little quiet, but you know, it depends on what you like. I like the quiet. Careful here, right here the ditch is so deep that I think I'd roll the truck over if I went in it, right in there. The gas well guys have been pretty good to me though, as far as they know I take the dog out twice a day every day, and they drive fairly slow. Every now and then you get an incomplete, but you know, there's not much you can do about that. So anyway, that's where I do to be able to get the dog to stop. You know, he loves running in the woods, but I like to be able to turn around here because the way it works for me is I can control the dog better in this area here than rather if he starts running all over the place in the woods. I mean, he goes in the woods about 50 yards or so, but I can still get him with the bell and everything. On that side where the water pipe is, can't really get any further over there because there's a dirt pile there all along it. So anyway, that's what I was doing today, plowing snow. About as far as I can go with that. Well guys, I hope you had a better day than I had here. It wasn't like it was a really bad day, it's just I wanted to be able to cut, and I'm not going to cut when it's snowing, so it is what it is. Have a good one.